yung kanilang schedule, yung mga fourth year, ang schedule nila is 2 to 5. So kung papalit, kung papayag sila na yung klase ko sa mga fourth year ay 7 to 10 tapos kayo ay 2 to 5, kung payag sila, yun ang gagawin ko. Kasi May 2, ay Kaizen Cup wherein our department intramurals wherein sa umaga, yun nga yung intramurals and sa hapon, classes. So kailangan ninyong makapag-quiz na kasi malapit na yung finals week, parang 3 weeks na lang, finals week na, and parang para kokonti na yung ating face-to-face classes, remaining face-to-face classes. So, if ever pumayag yung mga fourth year, okay lang ba sa inyong schedule? Wala bang conflict? Meron ba kayong class around 2 to 5 PM on a Friday? Pa-reply, vacant kayo sa 2 to 5. So, pwede kayong is it okay na mag-quiz tayo na face-to-face quiz sa May 2, 2 to 5 PM? May nakita ko kaninang mga like reaction. Yes, may nag-raise ng hand. Meron pong OM.
Sir, bali po may ano po kami, may klase po kami ng Friday ng 2 to 5 po. OM po kay Ma'am Lady po.
OM kay Ma'am Lady. Okay, sige. Sige, maghahanap na lang ako ng iba pang schedule. Sige. Inform ko agad kayo kung anong possible schedule na pwede nating attendan para matapos yung requirement ninyo na kailangan nyo mag-take ng yung second quiz sa OR2. Sige, inform ko na lang kayo na lang sa Messenger. Yun. So for now, we will be proceeding to our next topic. Pre-present ko lang yung PowerPoint. So hindi ako makakapag-record on my end. So pwede naman na one of you ay mag-record. Kasi kailangan ko din yung video recording, asking for your permission to submit, na isasubmit ko yung video recording of today's lecture dun sa isang section na nag-OR2 din, na handle ko din, yung mga fourth year. Kung okay lang. And okay lang naman mag-record kayo. And kung meron man sa inyo na nakapag-record, makikihingi ng video recording na yun kasi kailangan kong i-share yun sa handle kong fourth year na nag-OR2 din. Kailangan din nilang makahabol sa topic kasi last Wednesday sila ay nakapag-quiz. And parang konti lang yung naging discussion natin for this topic na i-represent ko. Okay, nag-open lang yung PowerPoint. Okay, yan. So, I am hoping na visible na sa inyo ang PowerPoint presentation. Hindi ko makita kasi yung mga reactions ninyo na okay na yung PowerPoint presentation, or hindi ko makikita kasi ngayon yung mga reactions ninyo na okay, na visible yung screen. So, hopefully visible sa inyong mga devices. Kung hindi visible, pwede kayong send ng message sa chat box if ever hindi pa visible on your device. Maririnig ko naman yung notification na may nag-chat sa chat box sa Google Meet. So, magsa-start na tayo sa next topic na ito. Okay. So, our next topic is all about queuing theory and analysis. When you say queuing, ito ay falling in line, waiting line. Queue, ang root word ng queuing, queue from the word queue, which means waiting line. So, ito yung okay, so by definition, a queuing system, in this topic, we will be analyzing what are known as queuing systems. By definition, queuing system is a physical setup in which entities such as people, machines, or products arrive at a service facility, and then after that, upon arrival, they may either wait in a queue if ever all servers or service channels are busy. And then after that, once na nagkaroon ng isang available na service channel or server, they can now enter a state of being served, and after being served, they can now depart or leave the system after the service is completed or received. Um, Common examples or everyday examples, lahat naman tayo nakaka-experience of being a part of a queuing system, such as falling in line sa waiting lines in service facilities like hospitals, and ATMs, automated teller machines. As queue, queue, it is also possible na queuing systems exist as, for example, drive-throughs in fast food chains, and it is also possible for waiting lines to also exist in like grand transportation terminals, wherein people line up awaiting for either a certain public mode of transportation, may it be jeepneys or yung modern utility vehicles. We can also say na yung mga public utility vehicles also form a waiting line, wherein they have to wait for a certain period of time uh, ba, para mapuno sila and proceed with theirs. And once na mapuno yung isang public utility vehicle, only then they can perform their service of transportation. So here are the components of a queuing system. So there are three main components of a queuing system. The first component is yung arrivals ng mga potential customers ng isang service facility. Uh, arrive the arriving pop the yung mga arriving na entities can be described in certain characteristics like yung size ng population ng mga uma-arrive na mga entities sa service facility. Second, yung behavior of arrivals, kung paano sila dumadating or pumapasok sa queuing system or service facility. And another characteristic of yung arrivals ng mga potential customers ay yung pattern or distribution of arrivals. Probabilistic ba ang arrivals or random or deterministic? We are certain or we have sufficient knowledge na we have sufficient knowledge about about the specific time or about the specific schedule that something will arrive in the service facility. The next component of a queuing system is a waiting line. A waiting line or the queue itself. The waiting line can be described in terms of length and in terms of queuing discipline. When you say queuing discipline, yung manner or yung rule or yung priority role on how to select a customer that will be served now. And the third component of a queuing system is the service facility. A queuing system would not, syempre, a queue or a waiting line would not be, parang hindi mabubuo ang isang waiting line without the presence of a service facility. The reason why na nagkakaroon ng waiting line kasi yung mga entities sa waiting line na yon needs or demands service from an entity known as a service facility. A service facility is can be described in terms of kung paano na-design yung mga processes na na nagpro-provide ng service sa mga customers waiting in line. And yung service facility can also be described in terms of yung statistical distribution ng mga service times. Yung paano na-distribute or paano naka-arrange yung mga possible times or durations of serving various customers. So focus muna tayo sa mga definition of terms in terms of arrivals. For specifically at this point in terms of population size. So yung population size ng mga arriving entities can be classified into two. Pwedeng unlimited yung population ng unlimited or infinite yung size ng population ng arriving entities, or limited yung population ng mga arriving entities. So an unlimited, when you say unlimited, the population of arriving entities is considered limited if yung number of customers or arrivals that are actually, or if yung actual number of customers arriving in the system is only very small portion of the potential total possible number of customers that can enter the system. And a common example of a queuing system with with an with an with an arriving population that is considered infinite size is a supermarket. Yung actual number of people who are arriving at a specific supermarket only represents a smaller portion of total number of uh, people that can or that are eligible to enter that supermarket. Alam naman natin na lahat ng tao sa buong mundo it is possible na lahat ng tao sa buong mundo are eligible to enter any supermarket. So with that being said, ibig sabihin yung possible number of entities that are eligible to enter any queuing system on this case is considered unlimited. Unlimited arrivals is the most common assumption of most queuing models na pag-aaralan natin later on. On the other hand naman, arriving entities, the size or the population of arriving entities is considered limited if yung waiting line, it is described as a waiting line in which there are only a limited number of potential users of the service. Parang bihira lang, or it is very rare na yung arriving entities, a limited number of arriving entities is considered as such kapag kokonti lang sila na gustong mag-avail ng services ng isang facility. An example of a queuing system with a limited population of arriving entities ay yung mga, for example, this is the best example so far, which is yung mga service entities or mga service businesses na nagre-render ng mga rental services, especially those in places like Boracay and in other beaches. So alam naman natin na on beaches like or tourist spots like Boracay, merong diyang mga services offering recreational services, yung mga tinatawag na recreational services like rentals of jet skis, banana boats,